The USD Sway is a classic hard boot aggressive skate. This model has Dominic Sagona's name on it, which, if you're a fan of Dominic Sagona, makes it better than if it didn't have Dominic Sagona's name on it. It comes in a black and white colourway with metal details, which looks well good. It's got a MyFit second skin liner, which is thin and dense, giving you the best balance of comfort and control. There's a raised heel which is good for shock absorption, energy transfer, and arguably putting your foot in a better position for topside tricks. 60mm wheels, ABEC 9 bearings, and Kaiser fluid foreframes, which are designed specifically for riding an anti-rocker wheel setup, which is just as well because the skate comes with an anti-rocker wheel setup. Best of all is undoubtedly the Sway 2.0 sole kit, which makes the silhouette of the skate way cleaner. And let's be honest, makes the skate kinda similar to the them 909, but for less money. The 2.0 soles are constructed using a kind of honeycomb structure, which probably makes them lighter and stronger, and they have speed dimples designed to make grinds faster, but probably don't make that much of a difference. The skate comes in at £240 or $285 US, which is an absolute steal at this point, and that leads me on to 5 things I really like about this skate. These sole kit bolts have a Phillips head on them, which is way better than the little Allen key ones that always round off. The grind wheels that come with the skates are made of urethane, and they've got bearings in, which means they don't rattle like the plastic wheels which come in some skates. The skate comes with this. It's a MyFit second skin liner, and it's a really great aftermarket liner in its own right. I think it's the best liner in the MyFit range, and it's almost as good as the much more expensive Intuition liner. I love the look of this skate. This whole black and white colour block aesthetic is right up my street. And also the new 2.0 sole kits, they kind of taper off at the toe here, makes the skate look much more compact than it used to be, and also just a lot more premium. The skates come with the Kaiser fluid foreframe, which are a great aftermarket product, and probably the best anti-rocker frame out there. That does lead me to one negative about the skate though. If you want to skate a flat setup, you're going to have to switch out your frames, because as hard as you try, you're not going to get a bigger wheel in here. In fact, I tried to put a 55mm wheel in there, and even that didn't fit. So how do they fit? I'm a size UK 7.5. That boot is a UK 7 to UK 8. They use the shared shell sizing, which is quite useful actually, because if you're ordering online, it makes that final decision of what size to buy that little bit easier. So in theory, these should fit me perfectly. Perfect. Yeah, they're definitely true to size. I can feel my toe slightly brushing the end, but it's not uncomfortable. And the skate feels light, makes a nice solid sound. I'll put the shell sizing up on the screen here so you can pause that if you want to see individual shell sizes. The liner feels thin enough that I can feel what's going on, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Right now these feel really great, so let's try some grind tricks and see how that goes. Okay, it's a bit wet and slippy on the floor outside, so we've come into our state-of-the-art indoor skating facility here. Let's try some sole grinds. Oh, anti-rocker's weird. Well, other than the anti-rocker setup feeling on train tracks, which is weird to me because I usually skate flat, felt good, and the sole grind felt good on the square because it's not too big, the sole kit. So I was able to, I don't know if you saw on the footage, I was able to like lean right into it. Gave me a good balance on the trick. Let's try Royale's, the scary one. Ugh. Very strange on first go. It's because, well, it's only strange to me because I'm not used to the shallow groove like that. Shallow, deep groove like that. So it's quite stood up on the Royale from what I'm usually used to, but just take a little bit of getting used to, and then I think it'll be good. Okay, yeah. Once you figure it out, felt very controlled. Felt like there was no chance of me ever sliding out backwards, so that's good. Topside test. Yeah. Felt really safe on the top sides. And I think a reason for that is, again, the frames, they're very low, so it gives me all this scope for getting onto my sole kit without having to flex my foot over too much. So it felt very safe on it. And also the anti-rocker. is good for topsole as well, because that's one of the things that scares me on topsides, especially on square, is catching my wheel up here. So felt really good. Okay, so the torque slide test. Oh my god. Yeah, and what does it, helped by the frames as well, like that really, it wasn't a good one, don't get me wrong, but the frames being really low again is, it might mean you're more stood up on rails, but on torque slides it really helps out to be in that position. Should we try one more, see if I can do it better? Okay, so first impressions. The first thing I would do is I would switch out the insole. It feels a little bit hard on the base of the skate, so a softer insole would be good. My ankle, I've got a bit of a bony ankle, and that right skate feels a little bit of a pressure point, but that is more me than the skate. So I definitely would heat mold those liners in this skate. So yeah, I'd chuck them in an oven for 10 minutes at 80 degrees Celsius, or just get a hairdryer and do that. But other than that, yeah, they feel good all round. So let's go up to the studio and let's just do a couple of tech specs on these. So I'm back in the studio. I'm armed with a ruler, and I'm just going to do some top-down measurements of these soles. I'm interested to see how big the Sway sole kit is in comparison to similar skates like the Roce's M12 and the M909, and also I got some USD Aeons as well. Just because they're such a popular skate, and I guess they are similar in a way. They don't have the raised heel, but I think they're comparable. So the Sway sole kit is about 39mm on the front and on the back on the Sways. If you compare that to a them 909, front of the them is also 39mm, but the back is a little bit smaller on the them skate. By the way, I'm not suggesting in any way that a bigger sole kit is better. It's just up to the individual. As I was saying earlier, some people like a smaller sole kit for kind of leaning into the trick more, or maybe it doesn't get in the way on like backside royales and ledges. So it's really up to the individual. I'm just showing you the stats. The Roce's M12, 37 at the front, smaller at the back, 32 or 33. So smaller sole kit on the Roce's. And then the USD Aeon is it's only slightly. I thought it'd be a bit bigger than that actually, but the Aeon is 40mm at the front and the back, which is only a millimeter bigger than the Sway actually. So interesting. My overall impression of the Sway skate, I think it's an amazing skate for the price. I think it is comparable to the them 909 skate. I think the difference in price probably is reflected in the shell. The them 909 maybe feels a bit more solid, and there's a little bit less kind of give in the cuff. Overall though, an incredible skate for the price, and also consider that you can buy a cheaper version of that skate in the form of the Sway 60 and the Sway 57. Thanks for watching everyone. If you like this sort of thing, go and check out our other videos. I'll put a link to some other videos up here. One about anti-rocker skating, one about the Aeon Samcroft skate. Go and have a look at those, sub our channel, and go check out our website at locoskates.com. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye. I'll get that.